"Here's $50. I just need a dad for one day," said the little girl to the lonely millionaire CEO. The rain poured relentlessly that evening, blurring the city lights into streaks of silver and gold. Cars rushed past as people hurried under umbrellas, desperate to escape the storm. But at the corner of Maple Street, a small figure stood alone, soaked, shivering, clutching a crumpled bill in her tiny hand. Her name was Lila, and she couldn't have been older than 7. Across the street, inside a luxurious black car, sat Nathan Cole, a man everyone in the city knew by name, a self-made millionaire, CEO of one of the largest investment firms in the country. His life was perfectly polished, tailored suits, high-rise offices, dinners with powerful people. Yet behind that success was a silence so heavy it echoed. His wife had passed away years ago, and his only son had grown distant, buried in resentment. Nathan had built an empire, but lost the warmth of family along the way as his driver slowed near the red light. Nathan noticed the little girl through the rain-streaked window. She stood by a bakery, drenched, staring inside at the families laughing over warm bread and cocoa. Something about her, so small, so lonely, made him roll down the window. "Are you lost?" he asked gently. Lila looked up, startled. Her big brown eyes met his, full of both fear and determination. She hesitated, then stepped closer. "No, sir," she said softly. "I'm not lost." Her voice trembled as she extended her small hand, revealing a soaked $50 bill. "Here's $50, she said. "I just need a dad for one day." Nathan froze. He blinked, unsure if he'd heard right. "What did you say?" "I just need a dad," she repeated, clutching the money tighter. "For one day, just today. It's my school's father-daughter day tomorrow, and everyone's dad is coming. But mine went to heaven last year. I asked people, but no one wanted to come. I saved this money from my piggy bank. It's all I have." Her innocence hit Nathan like a thunderclap. The city around them disappeared. All he could see was this fragile, hopeful child offering him everything she owned just to feel normal for a day. His throat tightened. He wanted to say something, anything, but the words wouldn't come. Finally, he stepped out of the car, knelt down and looked her in the eyes. "You don't need to pay me, sweetheart," he said softly. "I'd be honored to be your dad for a day." The next morning, Nathan found himself standing awkwardly at the entrance of Maple Elementary School, wearing jeans and a simple shirt. No tailored suit, no expensive watch. Lila held his hand tightly, her face glowing with excitement. The other fathers were chatting about sports and business, some throwing curious glances at Nathan. He didn't care. When Lila proudly introduced him as her dad, something inside him melted. Throughout the day, they did every activity together. Arts and crafts, silly games, even a 3-legged race that made Nathan laugh harder than he had in years. For the first time in a long while, he wasn't a CEO. He was just someone's dad. During lunch, he noticed the teachers whispering. Curious, he gently asked Lila about her life. She told him she lived with her grandmother, who was sick and couldn't work much. "I just wanted Grandma to see me happy," she said with a shy smile. "She worries about me too much." Nathan felt his chest tighten. The child's strength mirrored something he'd lost long ago: hope. Later that afternoon, Lila's grandmother arrived to pick her up. She was frail, leaning on a cane, her eyes widening when she saw Nathan beside her granddaughter. "Oh, dear Lord," she whispered. "You must be the kind man Lila told me about." Nathan smiled politely, but his gaze lingered on their small, worn-out shoes, the patched coats, signs of struggle they carried with quiet dignity. Before leaving, Lila hugged him tightly and whispered, "Thank you for being my dad today." Nathan couldn't respond, his heart ached too deeply. He watched as she and her grandmother walked away into the fading sunlight, her little pink backpack bouncing with each step. That night, Nathan sat in his penthouse apartment, surrounded by wealth but haunted by silence. The laughter from the school echoed in his mind. For years, he'd thought success meant never needing anyone. But that day, A child had shown him that love and purpose were worth more than all the money in the world. The next morning, Nathan returned to the bakery near Maple Street. He asked about Lila and learned that her grandmother had been struggling with medical bills. Without hesitation, he arranged anonymous financial support, ensuring they'd never have to worry again. But that wasn't enough. Nathan began visiting them, first with groceries, then just to spend time. Slowly, they became family, not by blood, but by choice. Months passed. Lila's laughter filled the spaces that once echoed with loneliness. Nathan found himself attending school plays, baking cookies with her, reading bedtime stories again. His once cold, sterile apartment transformed into a home point one evening. As they sat watching the sunset, Lila looked up at him and said softly, "I don't have to pay you anymore, right?" Nathan chuckled, tears forming in his eyes. "No, sweetheart," he said, pulling her close. "You already paid me, with happiness I didn't know I'd lost." Sparkle's inspiring message. Sometimes, love doesn't find us in grand moments. It finds us in small, unexpected acts of kindness. One selfless gesture can heal a heart, change a life, and remind us that family isn't about blood. It's about choosing to show up, even when you don't have to.